The Golden State Warriors are currently in one of the worst positions in the entire NBA, and we need to talk about it. This whole entire season for this Golden State Warriors team has just been a season from hell. Looking at this team at the start of the season, a lot of people had them ranked highly. A lot of people talked about them highly. Every single article that I found talking about this team before the season started had them ranked in the top 10 of power rankings. Now, why is that? Well, this team did look pretty good at the start of the season, during the offseason. They made some great changes in the previous season and the offseason. Obviously, the most well-known one is they picked up Jimmy Butler, and obviously that worked out pretty well for them in the moment. He looked pretty damn good in that stretch of games that he played last year before the playoffs. The Warriors team looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. They had a really, really solid defense and a pretty productive offense, we'll call it. And then they added a few things in the offseason. My favorite addition was Al Horford. They took him away from the Celtics. And although he is very old, we'll get to that in a second, with basically everyone on this team is old, he is a good center. He was a part of the Boston Celtics championship run, a huge part, I might say. He is a good shooting center, which this team hasn't really had over the past few years. So it makes sense as to why everyone was pretty high on them. But then going into the season, they didn't look that good. I wasn't high on them at the start of the season. I wasn't high on them at the middle of the season, mostly due to a certain situation. If you don't know what situation I'm talking about the whole Kuminga drama, controversy, whatever you want to call it. This team had something bigger looming over it the entire season before they shipped off Kuminga. They had this huge mismanaged project on their hands that they couldn't really sell on. They couldn't really have him play productive minutes for them. It seemed like him and Kerr did not get along. It seemed like him and the front office did not get along. And after he got traded, we got a ton of reports basically just agreeing with that, saying that, yeah, Kerr and this guy did not really get along. The front office did not like Kuminga. What did they do? They told his family members that they were taking too much food or something. Like this huge drama that just loomed over the organization for all year. They mismanaged Kuminga, one of their only assets, and got back a weirdly injured Kristaps Porzingis at the deadline. And Porzingis has not really played for this team at all since he got traded there. Kuminga's over there looking pretty good. Obviously, he does have a little bit of a knee issue, but when he's gotten on the court, it seems like he has a real spot on this Hawks team. And I've even heard rumblings that this guy is going to get signed in the offseason to a bigger deal and have a bigger role next season. And all of that while Kristaps Porzingis is dealing with a weird illness thing still. And that's not the only issue with this team. Obviously, he has POTS, or I don't really know what he has. It's like elevated heart rate and he gets sick a ton. Nobody really knows. But then also, obviously, Steph Curry has had to sit out a ton this season, and that's been extremely detrimental to this team. Now, obviously, Steph Curry has had his ups and downs these past 2-3 years, but he's looked overall pretty good. That's when he's on the court. He's been dealing with runner's knee, I guess, and he's sat out a ton of games so far this season, and they've had to put out a roster consisting of G League guys, consisting of dudes they picked up a few weeks ago. I mean, I've just seen Warriors fans just have to go through weird lineup after weird lineup, and I felt so bad because obviously it's caused by his injury. Obviously, I haven't even mentioned it. Jimmy Butler's injury completely messed them up. He has a ACL injury. He tore it. So wow, so far they have Steph Curry sitting out with runner's knee, Jimmy Butler torn ACL, Kristaps Porzingis, whatever he's going through. And then the other day, Moses Moody goes up for a dunk or a layup, and he just completely seems to snap his knee in half. It looked horrible. It was a non-contact injury, which is always the scariest. Prayers up to him, obviously. But the reports that I've been seeing says that he suffered a patella tendon tear, which is pretty rare. It's also just extremely disgusting to even picture, right? I feel so bad that this team has to go through all of these injuries. But now this poses a weird question for their future. I mean, Moses Moody looked pretty damn good for them this season. He's dealing with this injury that might alter the trajectory of his career. Hopefully it does not, but you have to take these precautions when you're talking about this stuff. You have old man Jimmy Butler coming off of an ACL tear. I believe he's 36, maybe turning 37. That is pretty damn old to be coming off of an ACL tear. We will have to see how he looks after this tear. Curry right now is 38 years old, and obviously people in the NBA are lasting longer than ever. They're playing to their 40s if you look at LeBron. Can Curry do that? Probably. He takes pretty damn good care of his body, but how is he going to look next year? How is he going to look in 2 years, right? They bought in on Butler. They bought in on Curry this year. They bought in on Al Horford this year, who is 39, I think? 38, my fault. He's going to be old next season, right? It's just, I don't know. He's been in the league for a long time. How is he going to look next season? Draymond Green is even 36 right now. How is he going to look next season? What can you do to build around this team? I'm just completely stumped. The one big move that everyone is talking about, I know you're probably sick of hearing this, is Giannis to Golden State, but that even doesn't really make sense to me. What are they going to trade? Moses Moody was one of the young players in those talks. They have 4 picks over the next 7 years, I believe, that they could trade. I mean, it just doesn't seem like great value for Giannis. And then, I mean, if Giannis gets there, Giannis has been a little bit injury prone. Plus, all of these injuries that I was previously talking about, how is Giannis going to look on this team? Are they actually a threat? They don't really have a bench. If you make a trade for them, you have to probably include pods. So you are going to have to reshape this entire team this offseason. How they're going to do that, I don't really know. I'm not really looking forward to seeing what they do. This front office team has not really shown us that they can make great moves, that they can build a championship level squad, especially with their situation with salary cap. It seems pretty limited. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about this season? I feel so bad for Warriors fans. This has been a season from hell. Obviously, I've probably repeated that in this video tons of times, but man, I feel bad. I feel bad for Steph Curry. He's getting older. I want to see him compete, man. We'll see how they look this offseason. We'll see if they can get something started next season. I hope so. That's all for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking time out of your day. I have a Hawks video in the works right now. Peace.